Hi there, humanity. My name is Don. I'm an alien, but don't worry, we come in peace.
Right, so we just experienced a bit of Archon interference there while we were trying to. Hey, look at that. That says ad pack on there. I really want to ask these guys if I can make that into one of my small dwellings. Anyway, back to the aliens, back to the weird story. Yeah, my GoPro just packed up like it often does, and I'm not making any of this up. And then as I've got my phone out, it's told me that that was full. Both these things happened when we went to the records office, didn't they, Dad?
Yeah.
And I was quite new to this phone at the time, and I didn't realise that delete didn't mean delete. It means, okay, I'm going to delete that, but I'm going to keep it here for you, just in case. You know, so it's not really gone. Yeah, so I couldn't free up the space, so we couldn't film anything about the microfiche and the UFO. That was weird, though. The first... So it's a bit foggy as to what year it was. I'm thinking it was... Well, I was probably 17, something like that. No, I had to be over 18, so I was working in the pub. So now we've got Bruce interference. But, yeah, so the first page of the paper we bought up, the microfiche thing, there was a story on a UFO sighting. And it actually said, yet another UFO sighting, or another UFO sighting in Oxford. And then we looked and looked years forward, years back, because we knew the date roughly from the St Giles Fair. And there were a few other weird things that went down there. The actual date that we kind of, we pinpointed it to one particular date, and then when we bought up the paper for that day, there were two copies of that paper, and one had the wrong day, as in Saturday, for that particular date when it should have been Friday. But there were two copies. There was a corrected copy of that paper, so there were two copies of that paper. There's loads of missing stuff. It was really weird. Yeah, carry on, Dad. So this guy from the Oxford Mail was apparently telling my dad about light refractions and how there was nothing to be seen. Dad?
Yeah, he's trying to tell me that it was like a rainbow. Light come from the St Giles Fair.
What colour was it? What colour were the lights?
Well, there was no lights. That's what they're trying to tell me.
No. From what you saw...
Oh, they were white lights.
It was just white?
A ring of white lights.
A ring of white lights.
And
how big would you say it was?
Well, to look at it...
Is it bigger than the sun is now?
Oh, it's
dozens
and dozens times bigger than that.
Bigger than the sun?
It must have been about...
Do you reckon it was the Rapture?
It must have been about, what? 60, 70, even 80 feet round. It was a massive big thing, but you couldn't see the top
and there was
of it
just
to
one
see how
of them.
deep it was.
And there was just one of them, though?
And just one of them. And it went forward, come back, went forward, come back. And it seemed to be there.
Did it keep doing the same thing, or did it do that and stop, or...?
It was stopping, hovering over the house.
When you say hovering, what? It was like
there,
floating, or was it
floating,
stationary?
Stationary.
Yeah.
And it says the ray of light all the way around, and this thing spinning around, but you couldn't hear the sound from it. It didn't make a sound whatsoever. It just is sitting there.
Could it be a drone?
And yeah,
a drone from another dimension?
Yeah, no, it said it was so what you call it? It's so big.
So yeah, we're just. My friend Biggles the horse lives in this field. He's not there at the moment. He's a beautiful horse. So this is the Church of St Bartholomew, or St Bartholomew's Church in Yarnton, and right here next to it is the Yarnton Manor, which used to actually it was the Spencer family. And then I believe the Rothschilds had it, and then it was the school for Hebrew studies for many years. Apparently they've got a really amazing library in there. What we're going to check out sometime. But the gates are all locked up nowadays. It's a private school now. Used to be able to walk in there. Used to be able to walk everywhere in Yarnton, but it seems that's becoming more and more limited. Anyway, I'm gonna get through this gate with Dad and put Bruce back on his lead. Are you gonna go off the lead? Be a good boy to stay then. So we're just a bit further down Church Lane in Yarnton. Yeah, every time we try and discuss this subject in that time, all sorts of little weird things go on. That's why I kind of tried to do it when we went on a nice quiet walk today. But the camera packed up, and then I've had memory problems with this camera. There's been all sorts of buzzing and banging and frustration over details. I'm just going to see if the doves are here. Oh, they're all up there. I won't film this person's house. But this person, I filmed the dove's house. I don't think the doves will mind. I don't know if there's any doves still in the house. Oh yeah. Hey doves. How you doing, dove? Oh look. I got some really nice video the other day of the doves flying formation over the top of us. They were really showing off. Up, boys, they're falling out of formation a little. Oh, there they go, they settled down on the roof. So yeah, anyway, Dad, so that's the local magician lives there. The vicar, in fact. So Dad, in conclusion, do you believe in extraterrestrials?
Well, if I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it.
No, you wouldn't have.
Seen it for myself.
Yeah.
And that. But well, if you tell people, I've more or less forgot it.
All right then.
If you tell people, they think you're a nutter.
What about the sort of things that I tell you that I investigate and that have happened to me?
Yeah.
Would you say I was correct? Well, you do, don't you, all the time?
No, I don't. That's because after seeing that,
that's
I know there must be something.
this is the point. The reason I'm trying to do it is because it's these little instances. I've come to call them spiritual slaps or supernatural slaps, that kind of lead you down a route of investigation or inquiry.
Yeah.
And but what do you think of that lot that we went to see in Pusey? The UFO researchers and stuff. I left you with them for a little while, didn't I? What did you think of that lot?
I listened to what they were saying, and that's what when this chap said that he'd been taken away.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that seemed a bit far-fetched. But then again, if he said it might have happened. But
Was
know.
that the guy doing the main talk, the one that I met her with? That's quite a interesting tale. And it, in fact, conversely, as one of my early shaman used to tell me, the reason that you go somewhere isn't always the reason that you think you're going there, and the things that surround these certain encounters is what make them kind of so bizarre, so magical. Is it almost? But there's a show that I want Dad to watch, and I want you guys to watch this too. I'm going to put in a little clip at the end. It's called People of Earth, and I often say that whenever I've got trouble being myself, the universe normally brings me a parody of myself, within a show or a clip or whatever, or a parody of a situation that I'm in or I've nearly been in. And this People of Earth, that it's just like the, because they're experiences. They're not abductees, they're experiences. So are you comfortable calling yourself an experiencer, Dad?
Is that what you call something?
Well, no, it's
You
just a
don't
thing in
imagine
this
it.
show.
You
No,
haven't seen it.
I've seen weird stuff, but more on that. But this is Dad's story, and we are going to go back to the records office, and we are going to try and get this out.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And I can't understand why we never kept photographs of it.
Yeah,
We
that's
must have
what's.
could have-
So if anybody out there remembers this, or I know lots of people from around Yarnton, have had their own little weird experiences. So yeah, let me know what you think. You guys have a nice day, and remember, you're not alone.
Yeah.
You don't speak for us.
I definitely don't come in peace.
Exactly. If peace happens, then fine.
Then what should I say?
You know what? Tell them we come in peace, and then they won't be expecting an invasion.
Ooh,